Crocodile, the architect of the swamp. As a new day rises over the ancient wetlands, the still water reflects the misty sky. From beneath the mud, a body slowly emerges, silent and calm. Since the time of the dinosaurs, this creature has endured. The crocodile, a being that carries within it the memory of the planet. They lie still, their bodies blending with the earth. On the surface, they seem motionless, yet within them rests a hidden strength. Through millions of years, as countless species have come and gone, the crocodile remains, a living proof that nature keeps only those who know how to adapt. Long before humans appeared, they swam in the first rivers of the world. When the forests were untouched and the rain was pure, their silhouettes moved quietly through water and mist. The crocodile is a living fragment of natural history. Nature has not changed them, because there was no need for change. A long body, a powerful tail, skin as tough as steel, and eyes that reflect the passage of time. Every detail of their form is built for survival. That is why the crocodile has endured through every age. The first light of day shines on their rough scales, each bony plate absorbing warmth and sending life through the blood. For the crocodile, the sun is the source that nourishes its heartbeat. Earth, water, and light blend into one unified whole. Beneath the water, the stillness feels almost unreal. Each breath rises slowly and deeply, like the heartbeat of the earth. There, the ruler observes the world, needing no proof of power, only the quiet certainty of living in harmony with its nature. Hidden just beneath the surface, the crocodile reveals only its eyes and nostrils, silently observing the world above. When the moment arrives, it propels itself upward with a powerful thrust of its tail, its entire body breaking through the water at a speed of more than 30 kilometers per hour. Its jaws snap shut in less than 50 milliseconds, with a force exceeding 3,700 psi. That extraordinary ability is not a display of cruelty, but a reflection of the astonishing power of nature. Within that slow and timeless rhythm, water and creature move together in an ancient dance of survival. Every motion stands as proof of the grace and harmony that sustain life itself. The eyes of the crocodile are instruments of the night. Every ripple upon the surface of the water is mirrored by the reflective layer within them. Through this gift, it sees clearly in the darkness, where most creatures can perceive only shadow. The skin of the crocodile is a true suit of armor. Beneath its scales lies a network of small bones that both protect and retain heat. When it basks in the sun, its body absorbs energy and stores it within each plate of skin. This natural design allows it to survive even in the most unforgiving places. Though heavy in body, the crocodile is a creature of remarkable agility. Its tail, making up half its length, serves as a powerful paddle in the water. Its 4 sturdy legs allow it to move swiftly across mud and climb steep riverbanks. A perfect design for life in both worlds. Beneath the tough skin lies a 4-chambered heart, a rare trait among reptiles. It allows blood to flow efficiently, enabling the crocodile to dive for hours while keeping its body supplied with oxygen. In the stillness, life continues to move with quiet strength. Crocodiles do not live by instinct alone. They remember where prey once appeared, the times when birds migrate, and the locations of old watering holes. That memory is the key to their survival. Nature has granted them the intelligence to adapt and to never forget the places to which they belong. In the rainy season, when the waters rise, the female crocodile builds her nest from dry leaves and mud. Inside, she lays dozens of carefully placed eggs. The mother guards them for weeks, patient and steadfast, like the river that nourishes the land. As the sun climbs higher, heat spreads across the riverbank, and the opportunists begin to stir. Across the dry ground, a giant monitor lizard appears, its body pressed low against the earth, each step slow and deliberate. The scent of fresh eggs lingers in the air, guiding it toward the crocodile's nest, hidden beneath a thin layer of sand. With its strong claws, it begins to dig, each motion sending bursts of golden sand into the sunlight. Instinct tells it that the treasure of life lies just beneath its feet. Then, in a fleeting moment, the white eggs are revealed. For the one faster in the race of survival, this is the reward nature grants not through strength, but through patience and the chance of timing. With its powerful claws, it starts to dig, each sweep scattering golden sand into the sunlight. Instinct tells it that the treasure of life lies just beneath its feet. Then, in a single moment, the white eggs appear. For the one that moves faster in the race for survival, it is the reward that nature grants. not through strength, but through patience and opportunity. The first lessons come from the mother. The young learn how to hide, how to hold their breath, and how to wait. Every unfamiliar sound is a signal of danger. In the world of the swamp, silence is the only language that leads to survival. The tiny hatchlings slowly leave the old nest, their bodies still fragile, but their eyes bright and alert. They drift gently on the surface of the water, hiding beneath the shade of the reeds, listening to every sound of their new world. Each movement is cautious. Each breath is a first lesson in survival, where instinct begins to speak in place of guidance. As they grow, they leave their mother and live alone in the wide waters. Each day brings a new challenge, from raging storms to the chill of the dry season. Every scar and every narrow escape etches a lesson of survival that only nature can teach. After many years, the crocodile reaches an enormous size, weighing hundreds of kilograms and growing longer than 3 meters. Its jaws hold more than 60 sharp teeth, arranged in alternating rows like blades, and they can regrow throughout its life, replacing themselves more than 2,000 times over its lifetime. Upon reaching adulthood, the crocodile claims its own territory. The battle between two males makes the water tremble. Their deep roars echo like thunder as white spray bursts into the air. The defeated retreats, while the victor claims the waters rich with fish and the sunlight that marks the perfect domain. At the top of the food chain, the crocodile stands as a symbol of balance. Every hunt it makes is part of nature's law. When their numbers decline, the waters turn murky, the grass withers, and other creatures lose their home. Though often seen as fearsome, the crocodile is the guardian of the swamp. It clears away decaying food and prevents the spread of disease. Each breath it takes is part of the heartbeat of the land. In the stillness, it is quietly protecting life. They feed on fish, turtles, birds, and small mammals, yet they rarely attack without cause. Crocodiles hunt only when it is necessary. In the natural world, strength exists not to destroy but to preserve balance. The truly powerful are those who know when to stop. Crocodiles have survived every upheaval the Earth has faced. When the dinosaurs vanished, they remained. They did not need to change, only to adapt. That steadfastness is the secret that has made them one of the most enduring creatures on the planet. The blood of the crocodile contains special antibodies that allow its wounds to heal quickly. Scientists believe that this mechanism could one day help save human lives. Within what seems to be a cold and ruthless creature, nature has hidden a power of healing. Dusk settles over the swamp. The crocodile sinks slowly beneath the water, leaving the surface calm and still. Time passes and humanity changes, yet it remains. In a world of constant motion, the quiet presence of the crocodile reminds us that to endure is also a form of victory. Leopard, the golden shadow of the wild kingdom. The savanna unfolds like a golden carpet stretching to the very edge of the horizon, where the wind carries the scent of dry earth mixed with the smell of scorched grass. Low, thorny shrubs and skeletal tree trunks begin to stir gently as the first light of day touches the land. Nature awakens through its smallest movements, in a place where even the faintest breeze leaves its mark upon the grass. Each morning, the land receives the first sunlight in a soft golden hue, while by afternoon it is draped in a muted orange glow as if slowly painted into place. Harsh weather, tall grasses, drifting dust, and the well-worn paths of animals merge into a rhythm that never truly stops. This is not a gentle land, yet it holds more secrets than anywhere else on the continent. From within the interwoven layers of grass, a silent figure slowly emerges. Its dark spotted coat blends with the shimmering light of the savanna, almost disappearing at first glance. The leopard does not make the ground tremble as it moves, yet every step carries the refinement of a predator that can read every signal this land reveals. The leopard does not need a roar to announce its presence. It speaks through sharp golden eyes, through a fluid gait, and a stillness that instinctively causes other creatures to keep their distance. The way it surveys the grassland is never hurried, as though every movement is quietly recorded, ready to become an advantage when the moment demands it. Among the tall grasses, the leopard can dissolve into the landscape simply by lowering its body and steadying its breath. It may be right in front of the eye, yet remain almost impossible to detect. This is the leopard's true strength, not speed nor the force of its bite, but the ability to choose the perfect moment to appear. Morning on the savanna begins with the scattered calls of a flock of guinea fowl, scratching for insects beneath low, thorny bushes. After watching from a distance, the leopard lowers itself into the yellow grass, still heavy with dew. The first rays of sunlight slide across its back, allowing the spotted coat to melt into the dappled light. When one bird drifts away from the group, absorbed in feeding, the leopard moves closer, each step perfectly attuned to the breath of the early morning. The wind carries a faint scent of damp earth as the leopard reaches the perfect distance. The flock of guinea fowl remains focused on the carpet of fallen leaves, unaware that golden eyes are measuring every small movement. The leopard gathers its strength in its hind legs and springs forward, swift and precise, like a clean, soft cut across the ground. In a single fleeting motion, it secures its prey and vanishes into the dense grass. After securing its prey, the leopard retreats into a patch of thick grass shaded by trees. It takes a few moments to steady its breathing and listen to the sounds spreading across the savanna at dawn. The ground beneath its paws still holds a gentle warmth, creating a rare moment of calm before the rhythm of life grows busy once more. As the sun climbs higher, the leopard seeks out large bushes or deep rocky shade to rest. It loosens its muscles after the explosive leap of the hunt and watches distant movements across the open land. This stillness is not idleness, but a deliberate pause, a way of preparing for the opportunities yet to come. High above, a vulture begins to circle, its broad wings beating the air with a heavy, deliberate sound. It poses no direct threat to the leopard, yet its presence can draw unwanted attention. Just a few slow turns in the sky above one spot are enough for other creatures of the savanna to sense that something out of the ordinary is unfolding there. From somewhere beyond the distant grassland, the deep, resonant call of a lion rolls through the layers of scrub. The leopard slips quietly into the shade, avoiding becoming the focus at a sensitive moment. It does not flee. It simply steps back far enough to maintain a safe distance from the most powerful force on the plains. Far away, the shrill laughter of hyenas drifts in on the wind. They have not yet arrived, but the leopard senses their presence long before they appear. Though weary and unwilling to move again, it remains alert, knowing that hyenas are relentlessly persistent and easily drawn to any scent that spreads across the savanna. As the leopard steps out from the dense grass in search of smaller prey, a steady, rapid sound of movement makes it pause. A pack of wild dogs sweeps past, their bodies moving as a single rhythm, causing the ground to tremble slightly. The leopard needs only to climb a low tree, maintain its watch from above, and allow that living current to flow beneath it. Not far away, a herd of impala moves towards the shade. Baboons leap across rocky steps in search of food, and small birds chatter within the thorny bushes. Each species follows its own rhythm, yet together they create the pulse of a savanna morning. The leopard watches in silence, an inseparable part of that living cadence. From that ideal vantage point, the leopard lowers its body instantly as the wind shifts direction. A narrow opening in the grass gives it a clear view of a prey animal that has just drifted away from the group. Without hesitation, it glides forward in a fluid descent, every muscle tightening to seize the perfect moment. The savanna seems to hold its breath, waiting for the next movement to unfold. Within the thick grass, where light filters through only in narrow streaks, the leopard pauses to savor its hard-won reward. Its breathing slows, the body easing after a perfectly timed descent. It feeds in silence, watching the movements around it, as though every meal were a precious moment, carved out of a savanna shaped by constant challenge. Though it lives a solitary life, the leopard plays a vital role in regulating the numbers of smaller species within the ecosystem. Its hunting prevents certain animal populations from growing too rapidly. In doing so, the savanna maintains a delicate balance between herbivores and other predators. As the savanna enters its first rainy season, the balance shaped in part by the leopard becomes more apparent. Fresh shoots of grass push through the soil, and antelope herds begin to gather in preparation for the season of birth. The air changes, growing softer and filled with promise. This is also when the leopard adjusts its own rhythm, as the arrival of the young brings both new opportunities and new challenges within the cycle of survival. Within the hollow of an old tree, sheltered by a soft layer of dry grass, the leopard finds a place of safety for the most important moment of her life. Amid the gentle sound of rain and the warm scent of earth rising from the savanna, the first fragile cries are heard. The mother lowers her head to lick the damp fur of her cub, her gaze quiet yet filled with the calm assurance of a new beginning. Within the grass carefully arranged by their mother, the cubs begin to open their eyes fully, gazing at the world through clear blue pupils still filled with wonder. They wobble through their first steps, stumbling at times before rising again against their mother's body. The mother keeps them close at all times, allowing her warmth and steady breathing to become their first circle of protection during the early weeks of life. Although the cubs have opened their eyes and begun to explore, the mother knows they are still far too small to withstand the hidden dangers of the savanna. She keeps them close at all times, leaving the den only when it is absolutely necessary. Every movement is carefully calculated, so that no scent or trace escapes, shielding her young from risks that could emerge without warning from the vast world beyond. As the heat softens, the mother gently leads her cubs out of their shelter. The savanna grass sways beneath their small steps, while the last rays of the day paint their spotted coats in a soft golden light. The cubs lift their heads to take in the vast world, listening to the wind, the calls of birds, and the indistinct sounds of the bush. Everything is new, but their mother is always close by. Though it is only a brief moment, the cubs have already begun to learn the first lessons nature offers: when to retreat, when to hold their breath, and when a sound that seems harmless carries a deeper meaning. Every vibration of the savanna becomes a signal, shaping the instincts of survival for those small, spotted steps, growing stronger with each passing day. As the sun sets, the leopard slips into the darkening grass, yielding the savanna to the night hunters now beginning to stir. The wind moves low across the ground, carrying the scent of damp earth, a reminder that in this wild kingdom, every creature survives by its own resolve. For the leopard, dusk is not an ending, but a pause before the arrival of a new day. Cheetah, the creature that pushes speed to its absolute limit. The East African savanna unfolds at dawn, where the Serengeti and the Masai Mara stretch out like an endless ocean of grass. Herds of antelope move like rolling waves, while lions and hyenas lie hidden in wait. Yet within this quiet stillness, another creature exists. One born to shatter every limit of speed this land has ever known. The cheetah is a creature shaped by nature for a single purpose: to reach maximum speed. Every stride is a fusion of power and absolute precision. It does not need to roar or display dominance. It relies solely on speed to determine its own fate across the vast savanna. In a land where every second decides survival, the cheetah becomes a symbol of the power of time itself. Just a few breaths are enough to ignite a chase that makes even the grass tremble. On the savanna, speed is not merely an advantage. It is the only path to survival. The savanna allows no mistakes, because every step carries countless dangers. Here, life is constantly tested by split-second decisions. For the cheetah, every movement holds meaning. It does not run to claim victory, but to prove that it still belongs to this unforgiving land. The cheetah's body is perfectly designed for speed. Its flexible spine acts like a spring, amplifying the power of every bound. As it surges forward, all its muscles work in precise harmony, producing strides of remarkable length. From head to tail, this structure stands as a clear statement of evolution. The cheetah's long tail functions like a rudder, helping it maintain balance during sudden changes in direction. In critical moments, a slight shift is enough for the tail to adjust its center of mass and reduce inertia. This allows it to sustain dangerous speeds while avoiding slips that could cause serious injury. The cheetah's eyes carry a sharp, focused intensity, marked by two dark lines running down its cheeks. These markings reduce glare and enhance concentration as it watches prey across the bright grasslands. With this exceptional ability to track movement, the cheetah can lock onto a target from great distances and make a decision in a single instant. A herd of Thompson's gazelles stands scattered across the grassland, ears constantly angled in every direction, alert to danger. Even the faintest sound is enough to send the entire group erupting into a cascade of motion. These slender animals understand that a single moment of inattention can turn them into targets for predators built for speed. The cheetah lowers its body, advancing towards the herd in movements so light they are almost imperceptible. Every step is carefully calculated. Its gaze locks onto a younger individual that has fallen behind. The moment of attack must be absolutely precise to exploit the only advantage it possesses. When the moment arrives, the air seems to be torn apart by a powerful burst. The cheetah accelerates so quickly that the ground has only enough time to fling dust behind it. Its speed becomes almost impossible for the naked eye to follow. Everything happens within seconds, creating a moment in which the entire savanna seems to stop breathing. The young gazelle flees in desperation, changing direction again and again in search of a chance to survive. The cheetah stays locked onto every movement, striving to keep close enough to strike. The chase becomes a contest between reflex and speed. One moment too slow, and every advantage the cheetah holds vanishes instantly. Even after bringing its prey down, the cheetah's body must battle its own limits. Its heart pounds at a dangerous rate, hot breaths forced out with every heave. It is compelled to stop, sitting and gasping as it cools itself before exhaustion sets in. On the savanna, even victory can expose it to new risks. As the cheetah still sits beside the fallen prey, breathing hard, the distant sky begins to stir. Dark shapes form slow circles against the pale blue, drifting as if the savanna itself is whispering a familiar signal. Vultures sense exhaustion faster than any predator. They descend on layered currents of air, carrying the certainty that a new opportunity is opening on the scorched ground below. The vultures land at a cautious distance from the cheetah. their dark eyes fixed on every movement. They do not rush. Their advantage lies not in speed, but in patience. They wait until the predator has caught its breath and moved on, then advance, turning the remains of the feast into sustenance for the whole group. On the savanna, their role is to ensure that the land never sinks into decay. When the vultures finish their work and the sky grows calm once more, the savanna shifts into a different rhythm. Where predators have just tested the limits of survival, farther away, life is being sustained in its quietest form. Amid the vast sea of grass, a mother bends to lick the soft fur of her young, opening the next chapter in the story of continuity. The period of raising young is even more demanding than the hunt itself. A mother cheetah must keep her cubs hidden within dense cover for many weeks. The slightest movement of the litter can draw the attention of other predators, such as leopards or lions. They live under constant threat, and the responsibility for their protection rests solely with the solitary mother. But the savanna never holds a single rhythm for long. As the mother and her young search for shelter among the tall grasses, a golden shape quietly separates from a pride of lions. In that brief moment, the order of nature asserts itself. The fragile cub fails to melt into the grass, and a life cycle closes in silence, as it has countless times before. On the savanna, life and loss are forever intertwined without a sound. The remaining cubs begin to practice running while their legs are still unsteady. Every slip and stumble becomes a lesson the savanna demands they remember. They chase one another through the grass, not only in play, but to sharpen the skills that will determine their survival. In a land where loss can arrive at any moment, only the most agile will keep their chance to move forward. La tasa de mortalidad de las crías de guepardo es muy alta. La madre debe cazar, proteger a sus pequeños, desplazarse sin descanso y evitar toda amenaza. Un solo instante de descuido puede hacer que toda la camada desaparezca. La vida de cada cría es el resultado de un esfuerzo constante de la madre, una guerrera silenciosa en medio de la vasta pradera. One day, a young impala strays from the herd for just a few careless seconds. That moment is enough to awaken the cheetah's instinct. There is no roar and no warning signal, only a cold, focused gaze cutting across the sea of grass. The decision is made in silence, yet it carries the full weight of a lifetime shaped by survival. The chase begins as both surge forward. The cheetah accelerates like a streak of light, while the impala constantly changes direction in search of a chance to survive. Every movement becomes a contest between reflex and precision. In those brief moments, time itself becomes the measure of survival across the vast expanse of the savanna. The final strike unfolds in a moment, no longer than a blink. As the impala falls, the savanna falls silent, as if to acknowledge the outcome. But for the cheetah, this is not merely a meal. It is the result of millions of years of evolution. And beyond that, victory comes exhaustion, and the price it must pay in sheer physical effort. The cheetah plays a crucial role in regulating the population of smaller antelope, especially individuals that are weak or diseased. By removing them, the cheetah helps preserve the overall health of the herd. As a result, the savanna maintains its natural balance, allowing species to coexist within a closely connected web of life. More than a symbol of speed, the cheetah is a vital link connecting the energy layers of the savanna. Its presence reflects the health of the entire ecosystem. A savanna with cheetahs is a savanna that retains its natural rhythm, where every creature contributes to the vast harmony of life. Lion, the king of the savanna, with many secrets. Amid the sound of wind whistling across the dry golden savanna, there is a roar that makes the entire land tremble. A creature both majestic and notorious, known by a single name, the king of all beasts. Not only a symbol of strength, it is also the keeper of nature's harshest secrets. Wherever that roar echoes, there lies the realm of dominance. In the society of lions, it is the females who are the true pillars. They hunt, nurture the cubs, and safeguard the survival of the entire pride. The male lion's status may be glorious, but the very existence of the kingdom rests in the paws of these powerful females. Unlike most feline species, they live in prides, forming a highly organized society. It is this unity that creates their true strength. They can sprint at speeds of up to 80 km/h, but only for a brief moment. Instead of long chases, they rely on stealth and teamwork to bring down their prey. But they do not always hunt familiar prey. When hunger and thirst close in, they are forced to take bold risks. Under the scorching midday sun, by the waterhole, a pride lies in wait. A massive hippopotamus emerges from the water, its skin cracked beneath the blazing sunlight. It believes itself untouchable, but the predators are ready. They charge in, surrounding it from every direction. Roars blend with clouds of swirling dust. Despite weighing several tons, the hippopotamus collapses under the pride's ruthless tactics. Lions play a crucial role in controlling the population of herbivores, preventing an explosion that could devastate the savanna. They are a barometer of the ecosystem's health. Wherever lions still roam, there remains a balance in nature. Despite their strength, lions still have formidable enemies. Cape buffaloes, hippos, or adult elephants can kill them with a single powerful charge. Hidden behind the majestic appearance of the male lion is a harsh journey. When they reach maturity, they are forced to leave the pride and step into a solitary life filled with danger. To survive and claim territory, they must fight with all their strength, accepting injuries and even death for a chance to become king. On the grassland, two lions snarl, their manes bristling. They hurl themselves at each other, powerful jaws snapping, claws tearing at flesh, their furious roars echoing across the savanna. The battle is not only for territory, but also for the right to reproduce, deciding the future of the entire pride. Lion cubs have spotted coats similar to leopards, helping them camouflage in the bushes. As they grow older, these spots gradually disappear. An individual can eat up to 40 kilograms of meat in a single meal, but can also go without food for many days. For nature, they are not just predators, but the guardians who protect the fragile balance of the savanna. The lion, the true king of the savanna, carries both majesty and fragility within itself. a creature that is both a fierce ruler and an eternal symbol. What makes this species truly great lies not only in its fangs and claws, but in the way it rights battles that shake the very earth and sky. Camel, the living treasure of the desert. Amid the vast sea of sand, where the heat can scorch life itself, there exists a creature of extraordinary strength. It not only survives, but has become the true ruler of the desert. That is the camel, the legendary carrier, a symbol of endurance, strength, and an extraordinary resilience matched by few other creatures. An adult male can reach up to 2.5 meters in height, equal to a small power pole, and weigh more than 700 kilograms, heavier than a car. The camel's large eyes are like being equipped with natural sunglasses, with 2 rows of long, thick lashes, and a transparent third eyelid that allows them to see clearly even when sandstorms rage. The world of camels is not limited to a single kind. They are divided into 2 main types: the one-humped camel and the two-humped camel. The one-humped camel, also known as the dromedary, is common in North Africa and the Middle East. The two-humped camel, the Bactrian, is adapted to the cold regions of Central Asia, such as Mongolia and China. Their broad feet prevent them from sinking into the sand, a perfect design of nature. But the greatest wonder, the very thing that makes the camel truly a desert warrior, is the mysterious hump on its back. Do you think it holds water? Completely wrong. The hump is a massive fat reserve, an endless source of energy that helps them survive days of hunger and thirst. When food runs out, this fat slowly transforms into energy and water, allowing the camel to survive remarkably for weeks, even months, without any other source of nourishment. This is the desert's very own mobile power plant. The camel's ability to endure thirst is truly astonishing. They can withstand the loss of up to 25% of their body's water and still survive, something most other animals could never manage. They can drink over 100 liters of water in just a few minutes, swiftly making up for days of burning thirst. That is why they are called the living carriages of the desert. The camel's body possesses an extremely efficient automatic cooling system, allowing it to regulate its temperature from 34 to 41 degrees Celsius. This ability minimizes water loss through sweat, an adaptation that few mammals have ever achieved. Inside, the camel's blood also hides a secret. Their red blood cells are oval rather than round. This unique design allows blood to flow smoothly even when the body is severely dehydrated, ensuring they always stand firm in the harshest conditions. Camels usually live in herds, moving in small groups under the leadership of a dominant male. They are highly social creatures, closely bonded with one another on their journey in search of sustenance. Do not be deceived by their gentle appearance. When provoked, camels can turn into angry beasts, delivering powerful kicks and unleashing an extremely unpleasant spitting spray to warn off their enemies. Did you know that it was thanks to camels that one of the greatest trade routes in history came into being, the legendary Silk Road? For thousands of years, they have been indispensable companions, carrying goods and people across endless stretches of sand connecting civilizations. Not only a means of transport, camels also provide milk, meat, and even wool for clothing and tents. They are truly the lifeline of desert dwellers. In many cultures, especially in the Middle East, North Africa, and Central Asia, camels are honored as the living treasures of the desert, symbolizing wealth, strength, and the power of survival. Even in the modern world, camels still hold an important place. Camel races take place with great excitement, attracting thousands of spectators, proving that these animals are not only tied to labor, but also carry spiritual value, forming an indispensable part of cultural heritage. Each step of the camel is not only a journey in search of life, but also a powerful reminder of the strength of endurance, resilience, and determination that we can all learn from this legendary desert warrior.